And in this video I'm going to talk about temperature checks that have been carried out with infrared laser light temperature guns at our local masjids and schools around the UK. There are a number of things to think about. One of them is the very act of pointing a gun at someone's forehead and normalizing that, particularly children. This has to have an effect on you on an energetic level. In my opinion, it is terribly wrong. There are a number of things to think about, especially with regards to your pineal gland. I cannot stress how vitally important that is. It has been under constant attack for a long time, and here is why.
Dr. Hammer, a molecular geneticist, claims he has identified the God gene in human DNA. It's called BMAT2, and its job is to release the feel-good chemicals in our body called dopamine and serotonin, which give us the experience of bliss. BMAT2 is the DNA gene of our pineal gland. What's the pineal gland? It's a gland about the size of a raisin located between our eyebrows and directly behind our eyes, right smack in the middle of our cranium. It's called the pineal gland because it resembles a tiny pine cone. This powerful gland is believed to be the seat of our soul and the gateway to the universe and higher realms. Because its structure is remarkably similar to our eyeballs, it's called the third eye or the mind's eye. It actually has a lens, cornea, and retina. The blue bloods revere it. They call it the all-seeing eye and have featured it on the US $1 bill. Strangely, our pineal gland, which is tucked away in the dark recesses of our brain, is bioluminescent and sensitive to light. Like a cell phone, it has a built-in wireless transmitter and is the connecting link between the physical and spiritual worlds and higher frequencies. By awakening our pineal gland, we can speed up our learning and memory abilities, enhance our intuition, wisdom, and creativity, trigger our psychic healing abilities, and experience bliss. Considering the power and function of the pineal gland, why has it been ignored and given so little mainstream attention? Why? Because it's our power source, and the ruling families know this.
And why it's important not to target the pineal gland in children at a young age.
Medical science refers to the pineal gland as the atrophied third eye. By the age of 12, it is already calcified and hardened, and by adulthood, it is dormant and atrophied from lack of use.
It was very disturbing to me to observe children getting used to seeing an object the shape of a gun aiming at the forehead and without any negative reaction from the adults as if this was normal and acceptable. A medical professional, I refused to directly target the pineal gland, which is located directly in the center of the forehead with an infrared ray. However, most people agree to go through this several times a day. Our pineal glands must be protected as it is crucial for our health both now and in the future. The pineal gland is a small pine cone shaped gland of the endocrine system, a structure of the encephalon of the brain. I hope I said that right. The pineal gland produces the hormone melatonin. Melatonin influences sexual development and sleep-wake cycles. Melatonin is one of the strongest, if not the strongest, antioxidant. It's absolutely critical for your body's health. The pineal gland is involved in several functions of the body, including secretion of the hormone melatonin, regulation of endocrine functions, conversion of nervous system signals to endocrine signals, causes sleepiness, influences sexual development, influences immune system function, antioxidant activity. Ask yourself, is it ever wise to aim an infrared laser light at the pineal gland? If you are subjected to those kind of temperature checks, you might want to redirect that to your elbow fold or your wrist to give them a more accurate reading and to avoid any potential health damage that they are inadvertently being trained to cause in you.
In a 2019 study by researchers from Harvard Psychiatry Department reported near-infrared light energy can penetrate the skull and reach the brain. There are published studies which demonstrate that the light energy generated from LED sources have sufficient penetration to reach the brain. The use of laser is not worth the inherent dangers, says the report.